Welcome to the Global Viewpoint. The September issue of Global SMT Packaging is now available, and it's packed with feature articles, case studies, and a preview of SMTAI 2023 in Minneapolis. My editorial this month is titled "The US Needs Overseas PCBs." Last month I raised my concerns about the Protecting Circuits and Substrates Act, currently making its way through Congress. The bill comprises two parts, a financial assistance program modelled on the US CHIPS Act and a 25% tax credit for entities that buy American boards, essentially imposing a tax on all non-domestic manufacturers. It seems that IPC and PCBA both agree with me. According to A Leadership Lost, a report published by IPC, the US global market share of PCB production has fallen from over 30% to just 4%. The report goes on to say any loss of access to non-domestic sources of PCBs would be catastrophic. But other CEMs in Silicon Valley told us that they thought the tax credit would have no effect, as the current saving they're making on Chinese source boards versus domestic is greater than 100%. It's kind of hard to imagine. As often happens with government interference, they're taking a sledgehammer to crack a nut. Why don't they simply mandate that all high-rel PCBs for military, medical and aerospace applications must be domestically sourced? Which brings me to my second topic this month, the burgeoning EV industry. This is an industry that is heavily dominated by two companies, Tesla and BYD, the Chinese automotive manufacturer. If you want to understand why these companies are so far out in front of the rest, you only have to listen to the rant from the Ford CEO Jim Farley to realize that to compete in the EV industry, you need to be an electronics manufacturer and software developer.
Programming languages, all the structure of the software is different. It's millions of code, and we can't even understand it all. We farmed out all the modules that control the vehicles to our suppliers because we could bid them against each other. So Bosch would do the body control module, someone else would do the seat control module, someone else would do the engine control module. Right. And we'd have about 150 of these modules with semiconductors all through the car. The problem is the software are all written by 150 different companies, and they don't talk to each other.
Right.
So even though it says Ford on the front, I actually have to go to Bosch to get permission to change their seat control software.
Right.
So even if I had a high-speed modem in the vehicle and I had the ability to write their software, it's actually their IP. And I have 150, we call it the loose confederation of software providers, 150 completely different software programming languages.
Without doubt, it's going to be a Herculean task for many of these former combustion engine manufacturers to successfully transition to become a vertically orientated electronics OEM. Looking ahead to September and October, and Packaging and Global SMT TV are going to have a packed schedule, starting with Productronica India on September 13th to 15th, SMTAI in Minneapolis on October 9th to 12th, and then down to SMTA Guadalajara in Mexico on October the 25th to 26th. Be sure to visit us if you're attending any of these events, and watch out for a raft of video interviews and reporting on the state of the industry from your favorite media company. And finally, among the endless searching across the internet and social media platforms, I came across a short clip showing the refraction of light through different shaped lenses. I found it both entertaining and educational, and I'm going to leave it with you today. That's all from the Global Viewpoint for this month, and I'll see you again in October.